So ThaiMarket. So before we go to ThaiMarkets, anybody like moving like the pork on the stick, yeah, and tom yam goong. Yes. Have you ever get the best tom yam goong in hotel? No. Where do you get? Street food, ThaiMarkets. This is where we play. This is the area that the technology is not yet tapped in in Thailand, and it's huge. This almost 40% of Thai GDP belongs to these markets and no technology. So as a venture builder, I'm a business. I'm a venture builder as well. I build a lot of business for large conglomerates, but unfortunately, those they actually build for themselves. So, which is nothing wrong with that, but how do we help the local Thai markets to flourish? So we are the group of people. Well, no, that's really have experience of owning the markets. So the founder here, she's actually owning 2 big markets in Thailand, and her market, both of them, got the rewards from Bangkok Metropolitan, some rewards, So actually, she knows how to run the markets. So she's so popular that helping other people as well, before we actually set up this startup. So let's go to quickly on the pain points. The pain point of the Thai market is so very simple. Everybody has it. Where's the market? When you open the market, you need a sellers, to rent all the panels so that you're profitable. Definitely, if you're the sellers, you have drugstore, you have the ping, pork stick, you have tom yam goong. You want to know which market that I can go and sell my stuff. Rather than like if I have to walk to that market and say, okay, we already have tom yam goong. We cannot have more than like 1 tom yam goong in our markets. Relatively, a lot of people found that. So that's why we're creating this very simple idea, 2 sides, Thai market as an ecosystem, bridging, searching, and listing for rental markets, which is between the markets around Thailand, which is like approximately 10,000 markets in Thailand, unbelievable big. And we have these local merchants, eatery, and we have big brand as well. They want to get into the markets. Normally they would just need to hire somebody to scout the market, but now we have the platforms, And of course, we not only bridge the tools. Somehow, if actually you have the money and you want to open a restaurant or a shop, you have no idea how money, and you can go to franchise. Our partner, somehow partner like Nikiwari is actually one of the largest Japanese chain in Thailand. Franchise, they have like 200 brands, And if you actually have money, now you have brands that you want to sell, and you have no people. How do we do? Sayaraj Money. They're actually providing labor, people to help you sell in the market with the KPI because they're professional in terms of workforce management. So very simple idea. So our job is to complete the market ecosystem, which is the foundation economy of Thailand. So, back a little bit. So we are not actually just like a bunch of crazy people and thought about changing the way Thai market is working. We actually involved in a lot of survey, over the years. For example, some of our founding member is actually secretary of Thai Association of Thai Markets. So actually we went to ThaiMarket asking about, is this the pain that if somebody is solving it, are you going to buy it? And the result is very completely, everybody agree that here's the pain and nobody solved it. Yeah, and we start off by a few brands only with a very little technologies, and we grow them from, for example, a lot of like drugstore eye care, they're from 14 to 60 branches across ThaiMarket in a very short period of time. So in terms of market size, I'm not going to talk much about the monies, but the size, approximately the panels that we talked about, currently we task based on the Ministry of Fresh Markets. Currently we have the large panels, which is like 3,000 panels, small panels. Small market means that 100 plus panels. So we have a lot of big markets in Thailand, right? Normally, approximately 5 to 50% is available, always available. So not always full, as a panel. So approximately we have 10,000 markets in Thailand. And, I don't want to say the only platform because we just changed the slide. Earlier we have couples, but they just, leaving the business because they just cannot get into the market because I think one of the competitive advantage that we have, first, our owner is actually owning the markets, and we actually part of the member of the Thai Market Associations. And so the trust in terms of when we actually go into the markets, rather than we are a startup, we are their friend, we know their names. So that's why a lot of people who tap into this area before, probably 4 or 5 startups already, they all fail because they cannot get into the markets. So those are the key competitive advantage. So currently we can say that we are the only one, but I'm sure that there will be more later on. So here's some of the founding members that we have. So the CEO, Kun Jun, and I have CPO and CTO, who's actually very experienced in terms of platform. Our platform is actually completely running online and on websites and be able to do on apps as well, but we're not yet launching app yet. And definitely, I call myself an chief partnership because I have some networks that be able to link them with all the shop and brands that I collect over the years. And Kun Kajon, she's one of the key person that's a competitive advantage. So she's the secretary of the Thai Fresh Markets Foundations, the largest foundation in Thailand. And of course, recently, unbelievable, Kru, you probably, if you're not Thai market, you probably not heard a lot of her, but she actually has 4.5 million followers. And she's very well known in terms of among the merchants, the local merchants. She's a great influencer, and she actually retired already. She found that this thing is actually will uplift Thai economy, and she joined us. We are very lucky for her to join us, and she was supporting us in terms of marketing, actually doing through all the channel and social network for us, people will know more about us later. So in terms of business model, it's very simple business model, transaction fee, which is if there's a rent from the markets, for example, if the rent is for a year, we actually collect only on the first month. And normally, this first month, we actually give 50% discount. So those 50% discount, they can use it for their investment, decoration of the shops, and that's all. And the rest is actually, the second model will be the B2B marketplace. As you recall, if they actually don't know what to sell, they can actually tap into our franchise. We get some commission from the franchise. And we also offer, since we are expert in terms of renovating the markets, we actually provide some zone developments for market as well, because having a sustainable marketplace, real market, not only just put somebody in, you need to strategize the walking path, the decorations, and how to make people walk, cover the whole markets. So those are the things that we offer as a B2B as well. And of course, these are actually probably not the main revenue. The main revenue actually will come from advertising. The websites, the banners, since we using a lot of technology, we actually be able to segment the sellers, what they will interest, we put tag on them, we know what they want. If they want some of the things, some of the market, they probably want some Tom Yam Goong in markets, we actually tag those markets, and if some of the seller, they asking for it, they can search for it and actually broadcast back using live technology directly without them actually we'll need to go search our account. So, and the rest is actually all the bank. Currently, we have a lot of banking coming to us because we have our transactions. We will be able to tap in a lot of information in terms of lending in the future as well. So, in terms of system, so of course, the system for market, this is the back end of the market. It's actually just like Agoda and Booking, for hotel operator. You can actually put in the lots, and the price and what kind of panel that you're looking for from the seller. You can have a dashboard, you can have the statistics, and of course for the seller, it's so simple. You can actually open your line at the moment and assign ThaiMarket, and you will find our line, and we can actually just type search for the panel. And we actually will go around your location and tell you that how many markets around you, right? Yeah, and advertising. Yeah, those are, I already mentioned the solutions. So the tractions at the moment, we just opened up in almost end of July, and currently we are end of October, only a couple of months. 3 to 4 months only, we actually expand. We have 80 markets in Thailand. Literally 10,000 plus panels available. We actually organically hardly have any marketing, 300 plus transaction on the platforms. So what's more in the future? The future is not only the rental and the panel. We talked about the consulting channel, the fresh product supply to the restaurant in the Thai markets, advertising platform, all kinds of media. It could be the LED in the markets. It could be the banner on the live websites. Export agency for Thai agriculture products. Every year, I talk to my founder. There is always a durian. There's a rambutan. Surplus of fruits, and how do we make sure that these fruit is not going in vain, like we need to throw it away actually, but be able to actually export it, through our network as well. And definitely, last but not least, we're thinking about the super app for this ThaiMarket as well, which is not yet happening, but if we do it right and do it well, what happen? Yeah, I think that's the idea that I want to say. I didn't put the ask slide because I think the ask budget funding that we are looking for is actually $500,000 for the share of 5%. And we can talk about more detail later on why we think that the valuation is approximately 350 million at the moment. But actually, it's a lot more. Great. Okay. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much.